Shalom, shalom. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem El Shai, Bahashem Akah. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the GMS who rule well. Peace and blessings to the whole select. GMS stop and listen. Come on, a short lesson. What I want to talk about, through the spirit, I've done a video on it a few years back. But I just want to go into it again. And what's funny is how the spirit worked, because I had wrote this lesson now like about 3 days ago. I said I gotta get a chance to do it. And looking on the video, boom, the Lord had it basically manifest to the point where I could just add in on what everybody's been saying, because Zabak came out with this chip and dip video, and all the brothers has been going in on it. Through the spirit of the video, I was wanting to do is going over the 3 marks. And that's what I want to talk about now, those 3 different marks. First of all, going to the one, Revelations 13 and 16. And he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he have that mark, or that name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him have understanding. Count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So this is a prophecy, because the Bible is about prophecy, and that's what we go into. This is a prophecy of a future prophecy of an RFID chip being basically implanted in humans, right? And when you read in Revelations 14 and 9, which, let me get that, 14 and 9, says this is the punishment if you take the chip. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, right, and to receive his mark, because you have people that are into the whole Roman system. America is the old Rome coming back. The whole system, man, people worship it. And to the point where they're going to take this mark in his forehead or in his hand. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, which is righteous anger. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone from what? The IBM intercontinental ballistic missiles, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, because Yahushai is coming back with his angels, man. When you read in Matthew 24, when you read in Matthew 25, he's going to be coming back with his angels. And they're going to show up when you read in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. They're going to show up and they're going to cause havoc, man. It's all going to be simultaneously with these nuclear missiles falling. Because when in the same time as the missiles falling, the elect will be getting their salvation beamed up. Okay? Now, going back to Revelation 13 and 16, he causes all, the word causeth, poio, to make, produce, to construct, or to fashion. And that's what Esau has done. He has created this RFID chip to make ready, to prepare. And that's what he's doing. He's preparing the people for a situation that's going to be dire need, that the chip is going to be the only way out for them to survive. That's going to be how he's going to play it. Okay. And he's going to be the one that says to provide a thing for oneself. He's going to be the one that is providing it. Esau creates the problem and he has a solution. Right. And the people are going to call on him to save. When you look into the word all, pas, everyone, any, all, the whole, everyone of every, all thing, everything, some of all types. So it don't matter who, Moab, Ammon, everybody going to be getting the chip. It's going to be fashioned by Esau, both small and great, small of little stature, less of birth, quantity, rank. It don't matter the lowest person. It could be somebody that's laying beside the trash can with no home, no job. Great meaning what? Of high rank, high stature. And it's not gonna matter, right? Don't matter. Age, elders, it's not gonna matter. High ranking, generals, it's not gonna matter. And poor and free and bond, don't matter if you're gonna be what? People in these prison houses, you are gonna be subjected to taking the chip also. To receive, right? To receive, let me go back. Salaki, my finger hit it. To receive, let's go into receive. To receive, receive is 1325. Didomai. To give something to someone or one's own accord to give something to his advantage. So he's going to give you that chip, right? To furnish, to supply. He's your supplier. He's going to give it to you. And it's going to be to his advantage when you take the chip, because he's going to be able to what? Monitor your whole life from that point on. If Esau come to you with something that he needs you to do, if you refuse, he cut your chip off. Or just hit the cyanide button in it. Just kill you. Okay? That's where we at with it. The word mark, Karagma, 5480, a stamp or imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of follow of Antichrist against the anointing. And this is against the anointing, man. Because the Lord says, do not take this chip, or he will bring you indignation. There'll be an anger brought out on you. It's death and destruction. A thing carved, sculpted, graven, an idolatrous image. The thing offered unto idols, when you read in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, let's talk about that chip. In the 71st verse, somewhere in there, things offered unto idols, it's talking about the chip. It says from sketching or etching, it is a stamp, a badge of servitude. So you take this chip, man, it's going to be like going back into slavery again, because they will control everything. It will control your total soul. This is why you do not want to take the RFID chip. Now, this does not sound like a philosophy when you read the definition of that word mark. It does not sound like a philosophy. Okay? It does not sound like a chip that's entered into a cell phone. It's not an EMV chip. It's an RFID chip. Okay? We all got cell phones. The whole world got a cell phone. So that means ain't nobody going to be safe. That don't even make sense. You know? It says in their right hand or in their foreheads. And when you read in Revelation 20, it says plural hands. So actually, in certain countries, the whole arm is the hand. It's considered. You know? So, hey, they're going to be putting it in your left hand, your right hand, wherever they're going to put it in your neck, in your forehead, might even put it in your back. You know, as long as they got it in you. And those biometrics is reading and they can control you. That no man might buy or sell, save you have the mark. So it's going to be a lot of dire need for food in that day. And they're going to be like, take the chip, or you can go hungry. Kids are going to be crying of hunger, and they're going to get you people to take the chip, because you're going to be trying to look out for your kids. Save he have the mark. So if you don't have it, you're going to, they making it seem like, hey, it is going to be a dire need for all you people, but the Lord going to take care of the elect. Read Isaiah 65th chapter. My servant shall eat while you be hungry. My servant you're going to thirst while my servant's going to drink. We're going to be a joy, and y'all going to be a sorrow and vexation of heart. Lord willing, we those men. Okay? It says, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding, the discernment, count the number of the beast. For the number is a man, and his number is 603. So this thing is about biometric technology, man. Okay? Dealing with biometrics. Everywhere you go, they're prepping you for it. Scanning barcodes. Welcome value customer when you go to Kroger's. All you can do is just wave it over it. And so they getting you ready, man. That's why when you go to Kroger's, there's always a camera picture taking a picture. You already who you are when you walk up to checkout. So they preparing you for this, man. But it's a penalty for it. Now, this particular mark is talking about a badge of servitude. This is an RFID chip, which is different from this mark right here. When you read in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, let's go to the 4th verse. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. He was telling Ezekiel. Jerusalem is the Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. That sigh and cry. That's groaning. Right? Crying, lamentations, and sorrows, and crying out for all these abominations. This homosexuality, this bestiality, transgenderism, the woman being surpassing a man. These are things we cry about. The unrighteous decrees that Esau put out, the unrighteous dealings that are gotten by treachery and deceit. Sirach 10 and 8. Okay. That particular mark that he's going to put in the foreheads, right? In the foreheads, the brow of the forehead. That mark is 8420. Now the other one was 5480. This is an 8420. So it can't be talking about the same thing. This is that Hebrew word thawah. Desire mark, a mark of a sign of exemption from judgment. Exemption from judgment. Okay, that's the mark. That's why we're getting into this word. You're cleansed through the word. When you start getting this word, you start living by the scriptures and having faith. That mark, that exemption mark is being put on you. And then you hope that it stays on you through that time of Jacob's trouble, that time of martial law, that you will be exempt, man, looked over, be passed over, and won't be destroyed. Like the angels passed over the houses in the Passover. That mark was what? The blood on the doorpost, man. This our minds are basically like the doorpost. We're in this word, the mark of exemption. This is not the same mark. And it says, and to the others he said in my hearing, go after ye through the city and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity, like they did in the time of Egypt, to kill the firstborn. If you don't have that mark of exemption, then you're going to die. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom the mark of exemption, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house, man. This is the Lord, man. He's going to destroy you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans doing right along with Esau. If you don't have that exemption mark. And that's different. So is he saying, come not near the men who have the mark? So, if you got the philosophy of the Lord, see, that don't even make sense. Right? Set a mark. Okay, is he going to set the philosophies on the men that sigh and cry? You're going to give them a philosophy? Or you're going to give them a microchip that's crying for all abominations to be done there? And then the angel's going to skip over them to have the mark? You see how that doesn't make sense? You see how that doctrine that they're pushing? They're not pushing the true doctrine about the RFID chip. Okay? It's about HOI. Hey man, people going, hey man, you You can't trick people all the time, man. People will wake up sooner or later when they be hearing the truth. You know, truth gonna trump everything. Okay. Now the third mark, the last mark I want to speak on, I think I want to say it's Romans 16 and 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. So it says, I beseech you, brethren, mark. That mark is 46:48, which is scopeo. To look or observe, contemplate, to mark, to fix one's eyes upon, direct one's attention to, anyone, to look to heed to thyself, to aim at, that is, regard, consider, take heed at. So it says, I beseech you, brethren, take heed, pay attention. You got to watch them that cause divisions, right? The ones who cause division, dissension, right? Causes strife and offenses, right? Causing strife and offenses, bringing stumbling blocks among brethren, trying to set a trap for brothers, right? Being displeasure into sin. The offense is contrary to the doctrine. Contrary. Besides the doctrine. Anything other than the doctrine, which ye have learned. And we learn from our apostles, man. The doctrine we have learned. And we, even in our GMS, we have had brothers who have what? Brought division and offenses contrary to the doctrine, man. And where are they at now? They're on the outside looking in. And it said, and avoid them. Turn aside from them. Turn away. To turn from. To keep aloof. To shun one. You stay away from people like this, man. Okay? You stay away. That mark right there means you watch them. So that's 3 different marks, man, in the scriptures. The mark of scopeo, meaning you pay attention, take heed, and watch. And we continue to scopeo. You have to scopeo everybody, right? Because we in this flesh and men are men. And a lot of men trying to be righteous, but they gonna make mistakes. So you got to scopeo, man. The thing is, when they make mistakes, when they try to hide it and lie about it. And lie, not want to look bad. If you mess up, just confess that you messed up. If you got problems, you got problems. We in this flesh. So you have to watch people and take heed. That's what that mark is about. And the other one is being exempt. As we say here in the 4th chapter, being exempt from that judgment that's coming. The Lord setting that mark in your mind. Like in Egypt. Like the blood on the doorpost, man. Passover. This is what you're looking for. Hey, this brother been stand up, He been in the truth. He been pushing the word, doing everything he's supposed to do, been brotherly. Ain't causing trouble. Ain't been wanting to try to lie on brothers and whatnot. Just lie about the doctrine. Causing divisions, causing dissensions. You want to be exempt. And the other mark is the mark of Karagman, which is a physical RFID chip being implanted in your body, man. So these are the 3 marks when you read in the scriptures. Okay? These are the 3 marks. So I just hope this is edifying. All praise, honor, and glory be to the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the GMS who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.